For today, we're playing Monster Hunter Wilds, the beta, on the RTX 3080. And we're playing them at 1080p at the Ultra preset. Alright, here we go with that. Go options, and then graphics. There we go. Oh, below 60 FPS already. 3080 failing to get 60 FPS at 1080p. We are playing at Ultra, but still, this card normally plays at 4K, but obviously over time it will get worse and worse, which makes sense. I mean, to be honest, the graphics aren't that great here for Ultra anyway. They do look kind of soft, but at the same time it is a beta. The game's coming out in, I don't know, 3 months or 4 months, so they have time. Oh, also I forgot to say this at the start, but I will be testing out the 4060, the 2070, and the 1060 as well in this video. So, not just the 3080, we'll be doing others as well. So I don't have too much experience in these kind of games. I've played it on the 3DS for a little bit. Same goes with the PSP. And I was forced to play it on the PC for like 6 hours. So, yeah, I'm kind of a noob. But, you know, I'll do my best. Alright guys, here we go. We're kind of free from the intro. And we're sitting at 50 FPS here. That is wild. No pun intended. And the stuttering is kind of bad as well, guys. It's happening pretty consistently. And the game spent a good like 5 to 10 minutes compiling the shaders. So that is surprising. Yeah, the graphics, guys, in this scene at least, just isn't that great. It looks like a PS4 game to me. At 1080p anyway. Maybe at 440p and 4K it looks way better. Which is normally the case, but I don't know. For our VRAM, we're using up 8.5 gigs, and system RAM's at 26 gigs. Alright guys, I'm back here again, this time with the high textures instead of the very high textures. And the VRAM is down to 7.4 gigs instead of, what, 8.5? And the system RAM, sadly, is the same at 25 gigs, or 26 gigs almost. So yeah, not much has changed. The graphics, again, looks the same. It's very soft and blurry to me, and it does look like a PS4 game. Alright, quality DLSS, and we're now sitting at the mid 50s and the high 50s instead of the low 50s. Hey, leave the cat alone. I mean, it's better, but still not that great, guys. That was a crazy good hit again. Just give it up, dude. Your arm's done. I broke his arms. Alright, guys, 440p, same settings, no DLSS, and we're down into the 40s now. The game looks way better, to be honest. It does look way sharper, and it does help the graphics quite a bit. But still, it doesn't look the best, to be honest. And I would imagine the FPS falls even lower than this, to be honest. This is the intro. Doesn't look like the most intensive area here. It's just a bunch of sand and dirt. If you had foliage, water, any of that, I bet it would fall even lower. So yeah, keep that in mind. Man, the 4060, the 2070, and the 1060 are gonna have a hard time, aren't they? But again, maybe the low settings, the medium settings will do better. Is he having a nap? Dude, I'm trying to kill you, you know that, right? Watch this. Boom! Okay, is that it? I think I got it. Ah, finally. I do want to see how this runs on the PS5, because no way it's running at 60 FPS with decent settings. I'm guessing 30 FPS is the target for that one. That's it? That's all we get? Just one quest? Okay, there we go. We can go out. That's good. Alright, let's pause it here, guys. Enable DLSS and see how we go with that. But I'm guessing 60 FPS is not doable at all. Alright, guys. Out here with DLSS, the balance preset, we are sitting into the mid 40s and the low 50s. And the Steam page will be interesting, that's for sure. Can't wait to see the comments. 440p FSR 3 active with frame gen, and we're sitting at the high 70s and even the high 80s. So we gained 20 FPS pretty much with frame gen, because we sat into the 50s, and now we're sitting, I guess 30 FPS even, and now we're sitting into the 80s. It's not too bad, and the graphics are looking pretty good as well. It's a bit over sharpened, I would say, but that's not a bad thing considering how soft the game looked before. I can't see the image smear near my weapon and my character, but again, it's a minor complaint. Overall, it does look quite decent. But at the same time, this might not be the most intensive section of the game, so in those heavier scenes, it might fall even lower. So keep that in mind. Alright guys, I'm back with the 4060 now, and the game has defaulted to the medium preset with performance DLSS. That is crazy. Look at that. Performance DLSS, no frame gen, but I mean, come on now, what's going on here? On a 3080, it gave us the high settings with DLSS. The 4060 is even lower with performance at 1080p. This will look like crap. Alright, I think I'm in a public lobby now. Yeah, I definitely am. Looks to be on the Asian servers too. Well, that's fun. We'll see if it lags or not. But I should have like 120 ping if it's like Japan. If it's Hong Kong, then it'll be like 100 or 90 ping. Alright, yeah guys, with no DLSS, we're sitting at 40 FPS at the medium settings. It just gets funnier every time. The graphics here honestly look the same as the high settings to me. They look very blurry and very soft looking. So yeah, not a big fan of this so far. But you never know, they have like 3 months again or 2 months. So it might get fixed up or I guess polished up by then. Down here into the mid to high 30s. Oh my god. Mid 30s here guys. Yeah, the ROG Ally is going to have a hard time, isn't it? Okay, let's pause it here guys, enable DLSS, no frame gen, and see if we can get 60 FPS. Alright guys, balance DLSS, and the FPS is sitting into the high 40s instead of the mid to high 30s. Need the 60s here. But the graphics honestly look awful. Seeing some massive pop in here as well. The grass looks awful. I can see some shimmering. This is just bad guys. I would not use DLSS at 1080p. At 440p it looks pretty good as native pretty much. But 1080p here, whoa, sandstorm. That's pretty sweet. Oh, that looks awesome. That's cool. But yeah, 1080p, I wouldn't use balanced DLSS, that's for sure. And lastly for the 4060, quality DLSS with frame gen active. And we are sitting into the 70s now. Can't feel any input delay, feels pretty good there. And the graphics are kind of hard to see now, but a bit better. So for the 4060, go for a mix of medium and high with frame gen active and DLSS, and you can get 60 FPS, at least in this area. Time for the 2070, and the game has defaulted to the lowest preset with ultra performance DLSS. Oh man, I'm gonna keep it as is, see how it looks, but I mean, this is gonna be bad. You know what, actually I'll pause it here, disable DLSS, and then come back to it in a second. This will be horrendous though. So your lowest settings, has some high in there as well, but honestly, that'll make a difference for us. I can't lie though, the servers are pretty impressive. Everyone is trying to play, but the servers are going strong. Haven't had an issue yet. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon. There we go, I'm in. That was kind of scary though. It took me a few tries to even get in. Oh man, these graphics. Oh man. These graphics, guys. Now this looks like a Switch game. A Switch game being played on a monitor. That is just so bad. And we're barely holding 30 as well. Let's go down. Oh my god. I mean 30 FPS is playable I guess, but I don't know. The game looks awful. Alright, ultra performance DLSS. Oh my god. Look how bad this looks. The fur, the trees. I mean, it's darker so you can't see as well, but it's still quite obvious. And the FPS is not even 60. It is the high 40s and the low 50s. It's crazy how it defaults to this as well. Like imagine you buy this game on a 2070 and this is all you get. Okay, let's go down even more to the 1060 and see if the game can even open up on that GPU. Alright, see you guys there. Alright guys, 1060 time, using the lowest settings, FSR 3 ultra performance, no frame gen. Here we go. The game is going, but we got no textures, no nothing. Just a black screen. Let's go. 20 FPS for this. Okay, not really surprised though. So yeah, that is sadly it. That is Monster Hunter Wilds on 4 different GPUs. It is the beta after all, don't forget. And yeah, I'll see you guys tonight for Dragon Age Veilguard on the ROG Ally. See you guys there.